What's going on, guys? It's Dramon and
Nightwing. What's good?
Some more images came out of the Rose 7. And we all know that we both love the Rose 6. Do you like what you see from the Rose 7? And what changes have been made that you can see on the Rose 7 that'll fix some of the problems that the 6 had?
Well, as far as like a quick yes or no, do I like them? Yes.
Yes.
Performance-wise.
You don't like how they look visually?
Visually, it's the colors. Sometimes the colors are dope. That black one, just a simple black and white one, super clean.
Okay.
But it hides the weirdness of the shoe, so maybe that's why.
See, I think the weirdness, because we've seen the upcoming stuff for Adidas.
Yeah, they've got some
it goes
weirder.
It goes weirder, but it's got this weird futuristic type look.
It reminds me of some of Nike's old stuff.
Yeah, that's true. I personally like that look, and I like how the Rose 7 looks both aesthetically and performance-wise, because one big question was like, why doesn't Adidas show their stripes? Like it was always like why don't you do this?
Before, they would always have to show them, and then it would ruin every design. It just never flowed with it.
Right. This time it's on the 4-foot, lateral side. You think that's good placement? Does that throw you off, or you like how it looks?
To me, I think it looks fine. It looks like a race car type look.
I think it looks pretty cool.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you know how the simple two stripes up the middle? It kind of reminds me of that, but it's a little more edgy, I guess. It doesn't bother me. I'm looking at the Lillards right now, and they have no Adidas branding except for on the tongue.
Yeah.
And I actually really like that look. It's not great for the brand, though. That's the thing.
Yeah, no, the Lillards is probably one of the cleaner signatures this year. But again, there's just no branding, and that definitely hurts Adidas. But, if it looks dope like the Lillards, who cares, right? Because that shoe's selling great.
That's what I mean, though, is that I was just about to say that shoe's actually selling, so maybe that's the key. I think that's something that Under Armour could use, like this right here.
Really, you think so?
You think that Under Armour logo right there, smack dab in the middle of the side of the shoe, looks great?
I think it looks fine.
To me, it looks normal, but it's because I'm used to it. But everybody else, like regular consumers, they can't get past it. Why? I don't know.
I don't know why. Why?
I don't know why.
I think weird.
I think it's because they're in love with the way that the swoosh or the Jumpman looks.
Okay.
And I think that's stupid. But
I think the Jumpman is a weird logo to put on a shoe.
The Jumpman looks great on the tongues and the heels.
That's it, though.
I know.
I don't know. I think it's kind of... I don't understand why people hate the UA logo.
I don't know, but I just know for a fact, though, that when you take the UA logo off and then you Photoshop a swoosh on there, people love it all of a sudden.
Right, and that shows me that it has nothing to do
with the shoe.
With the shoe, it's just
it's a branding thing.
Right, so whatever. But back to the Rose 7, performance-wise, the boost has been uncaged more.
Yes, I'm looking at them right now.
You think it still looks stable?
No, that's the only question that I have is what did they do to it?
Okay.
To make it more stable in order to expose it like that.
Okay.
I'm curious.
Okay, so that's left up in the air. Now the traction, what does it look like?
Like sex for your feet.
It looks like
Looks like rough sex for your feet.
Looks like the Curry 2.
Looks like the Curry 2.
There you go.
My
bad.
bad.
My God.
Yeah.
The traction looks beastly, but the main thing to me about the Rose 6 that was a huge problem, and this has been a problem for Adidas for years now, is that they don't give you a material. They give you materials, right? And then it's always the launch colorway ends up being the worst one, which is just a backwards way of thinking about things, right?
Yeah.
So far, all the colorways we've seen use Prime Knit.
Yes, I think what they're switching up, where they're switching up the materials, on the back section of the shoe, there's two lockdown flaps. I don't know what to call them, but there's two supportive pieces.
Right.
And they're independent. So one's for kind of like the top of the midfoot before the ankle, and the one's after the ankle. Those are the two placements where I think they're changing the materials up.
Okay.
Gave you some texture, gave you some
layering.
Some depth to the design.
For sure.
And then the rest of it is Prime Knit.
Adidas has not earned the right for me to totally trust them. So I'm still thinking that they're going to screw this up some way and give launch with like a crappy ass material.
Maybe.
And then give us the Prime Knit later. Because look, the last two, the Rose 6 came out. They launched with two colorways, the white and the black.
Yes.
And we all thought the white was going to be great, but it ended up being the black.
Yeah.
And then the year before, in the 5, they launched with the blue line, which ended up being the worst colorway of worst material out of all the colorways. The Chicago Ice one was better.
That was the one that I was thinking of right now.
Yeah,
like,
so
why wasn't that first?
So look, Adidas has not earned my trust, at least. I don't know about you, but I still think they'll mess it up in some way, but please don't.
I think the people that are there right now are different, and so to me, I give them the benefit of the doubt.
The Rose 7 on your most anticipated scale. So far what? Like Hyperdunk 2016, KD 9, Rose 7, Curry 3. Where does this fall? Is this number 1?
Right now, I would have to say that the Rose 7 and the KD 9s are so fucking close. Those two I can have a boner for. So
it's got to be the Rose 7. I mean, the KD 9 looks great or whatever.
No. I don't, personally, I think both of them look weird. But I'm saying tech-wise, they both have me drooling.
I just think the Rose 7 is a little bit more forward. Like it's
design-wise?
Yeah, just a little bit more, forward and unique, something that I haven't quite seen before.
Yeah.
And it looks like it's going to feel that way. Because you look at the collar, looks very dynamic, right?
Yeah.
And that's something that the collar of the Rose line has always been that way, where it accommodates everybody, right?
With a brace, yeah.
With a brace or without one. This one looks like the most advanced version of that.
They kind of remind me of a tubular, but a basketball shoe.
Right, or like a Y3 basketball shoe.
Yeah, like real polarizing.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
like it definitely stands out. And I think with the more colorways that come out,
I think that Adidas is smart for that because that's the new trend right now. So like the bulky basketball shoe, while still popular, if it has a Jumpman on it, all of these are not popular.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Why? I don't know. It's literally the same years.
So the Rose 7, we're both excited for it.
Super
Adidas,
excited.
Don't fuck it up. Please. We deserve better.
This guy is very positive all the time, except for on Trash Talk. So.
Look, here's the thing. The Rose 6 is a top of its class performer, right?
Yeah.
Top, 3, you would say safely this year? Top 3?
Was it in my top 5? I can't remember what place it was, but it was on my top shoes.
It's in the top, right? You can't buy them here.
Yeah, that's something.
You can't. They're not on the shelves. I don't know where you guys live, but in the Bay, they're nowhere.
Were they in San Francisco though?
Sometimes.
Okay.
So you either have to get your ass to Adidas SF, which no one wants to do,
or you have to trust somebody like us that we know what we're talking about with the fit, and that could be
right.
That could be a hit or miss.
It could be different for everyone.
That's what
Everyone's
I'm saying.
foot's different. So if this becomes a great performer like the Rose 6, but they don't have it available, then that's still a failure. But again, we're excited. Nonetheless, we will get it. So those are our thoughts on the Rose 7. Let us know what you think.
Sound off in the comment section.
Perhaps one of the few guys who actually wear test their own signature, extensively at least, is Steph Curry. And we just got pictures of him at practice wearing the Curry 3.